Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing it. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church check in, man. Church check in. What's good? What's good, man? Yo, we live, we lit.
Yo. What's up, everybody?
Back with another one. We had to hit him with a round 2. I got my man Myron Gaines in the building. He came to the church, man. We got to cook, man. What's good with you, big dog?
Chilling, dude. Chilling. I'm Muslim, but I like it in church.
For sure, man.
Yeah, that was awesome, bro. That's I'd be dying. I was watching. I was like, yo. In the first 10 seconds, still all cooking.
I know you got your workout in today, man. What you end up doing today?
I'm actually gonna work out right after this show.
Okay.
Right yeah. Definitely gonna get some work in after this.
For sure, man. So today, man, we decided to bring them, man. I'm calling it the art of online dating, and you are pretty much an expert at this online dating thing. I've tried my hand at it. I have my opinions about it. You know what I'm saying? But due to the coronavirus, this has really became like an essential key to the game, just to be social now. So it's like I'm not gonna lie. Before I used to call these guys, oh, you inbox pimping ass motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. And then, you know, the quarantine hit and I had to become an inbox ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if I didn't jump on the train early enough, and it just had to hit me, man. So
bro, I'm a Google Calendar dude, bro. Literally, I just set up a date just now and I told her, hey, I need your email. I'm about to put you in my Google Calendar. Like, bro, that's how you gotta do it nowadays, man.
You know, I was basically, see, the reason why I was against the whole online dating, I changed my mind now, but it was because I seen a lot of guys that I knew couldn't really talk to women in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys lacked a lot of social skills. There was a lot of weirdos and shit like that. But what ended up happening, what I noticed is that before the quarantine, in my opinion, it was the online scene was a bunch of fucking weirdos. It was like you had to sift through a lot of weird ass motherfuckers. Even if the bitch was fine, she was still a fucking weirdo. But what happened was all of the regular people who would normally be out and about had to jump into the online, you know, the apps and everything like that. So regular people, now everybody's on it because COVID made everybody jump on it. So now it's like, okay, now it's a real game now. You know what I'm saying? So what we want to do today is talk to these guys, you know what I'm saying, especially our young brothers out here, man, the ins and outs, the art of online dating. Because right now, you got to add this to your repertoire. You can't avoid it. I try to avoid it for as long as I can. You cannot avoid it anymore. This is the wave of the future. And there's pros and cons to it. So get it started off, Myron. How you feel about this?
So just a little background, because I know I'm still new to your audience. People are probably wondering, like, who the hell is this Uncle Tom dude on here? But no, guys, background on me. I'm 30 years old. I live here in Miami, Florida. Obviously, I've been here for a bit. Miami is one of the hardest places to pull chicks. So it's kind of made me a killer. You know what I mean? Because if you're not good with women here, you're going to get punished for it immediately, man. Like, women here are very attractive, and we all know the baddest chicks know how to fleece dudes. So if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to take an L. So with that said, before this, you know, beer book crap happened, my main way of meeting chicks was I was actually doing a lot of night game. I was going out to the bars, top clubs here in Miami, whatever, and pulling chicks there. So that made me really good at kind of being socially calibrated, learning how to talk to women under pressure. Because obviously, when you're in a nightclub, I always say it's the Olympics of game. If you could get good at night game, you're gonna be able to do everything else fairly easily.
Yeah, so, and I always tell guys, dude, you got to do the field work. You got to put your feet on the pavement, and you got what I recommend, because a lot of these guys, like, you know, they're scared of getting turned down and stuff like that. I always tell dudes, man, go out alone. Because if you go out with your guys and shit like that and the bitch turns you down or something like that, you know, sometimes motherfuckers feel a certain kind of way. You need to learn how to be alone and walk around and, you know what I'm saying, strike up conversations and shit like that. So if it don't go right, it's not a bunch of motherfuckers, you know, witnesses or whatever like that. You know, you can just handle your game on your own. And alone makes you strong, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys, they look to have their friends with them to build up the confidence to even walk up to a woman. You know what I'm saying? So like you're confident because all your guys there talking shit. Now you want to just go walk up on one. Like, no. Alone, move. You know what I'm saying? Plus, this is another thing about being alone. Let's say you land the bitch. If you got 5 fucking guys with you, you know what I'm saying, and you didn't drove these motherfuckers home, now you gotta, you know, you drove them up here. You can't just leave with her. So you can stay more liquid being alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And logistics, I talk about this all the time, man. Logistics is half the game, guys, when you're dealing with women. Like, you know, because here's the thing, you always got to set yourself up to win because the chick ain't going to set you up to win. So you have to set yourself up to win because it's already hard enough when you go out and do night game or whatever it may be to pull a chick anyway. So last thing you want is you're shooting yourself in the foot where you're not, you know, setting up optimal logistics. And here's the other thing too, because a lot of guys like to like rely on having a friend with them. Yo, you're better off going out alone than having a dude with you that doesn't know what he's doing. Because if you go out with a guy that doesn't know how to talk to women, off rip, like him being low value is gonna make it as if you're low value too because you hang out with him. Because like women are hive-minded creatures. So like if they're gonna assume if your friend's a dork, you're probably a dork just like him. So you're gonna take an L no matter how good your game is. But just so that was a little quick background on me, guys. Obviously, I'm here in Miami doing my thing, whatever it may be. And, like cold approach is like what I typically like to do. Now, with that said, obviously with COVID, especially here in Miami, I don't suggest any of you guys come down here because we got a curfew at 10 p.m. Everything is closed. Like the bar, like even the bars are closed. Like the only places that are open are like restaurants that serve alcohol. And pretty much they got to have you seated by like 8:45 or they're not going to let you sit down. So it's terrible to come down here right now. So if you had tickets or anything like that planned, push that back, bro. Art Basel got canceled. Like, this thing is like ruining things out here. But with that said, I'm still going on dates, doing what I got to do, but I got to source a lot of my chicks online. So yeah, man, online is absolutely required nowadays. But yeah, we can get into it.
Yeah, it's like it was a situation with me. It was like, okay, I was against it, but now it's like the circumstances forces you to get into it. So now you have got to master the art of being able to strike up a conversation and not look like an online creep. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about everything. I want to talk about the approach.
Sure.
Everything from your profile pictures, you know what I'm saying? Like everything to not, because a lot of guys catfish, just like women are catfishing too, but we want to give guys realistic game so that it's not like you're cheating, you know what I'm saying, in a situation and you're not a disappointment when you actually pop up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. So yeah, we could definitely, so for you guys that don't know, shout out to my boy John from Model Life Dating. Me and him released a course together called Pandemic Pickup. It was online mastery course. Yeah.
Put that link in the chat when you get a chance.
Yeah. Well, it's closed now. We're closed enrollment now, but like we had like 300 plus guys come in and we basically taught them how to use online dating like on steroids, bro. And I guess I'll give some free tips, like some free game on how to run online dating. So first and foremost, guys, your pictures are literally the backbone of your profile. Like, and when I say your pictures make or break you, like, you got to understand that online dating is 100% visual. You know what I'm saying? Like the personality, the bio, all that comes second, but she's got to find you sexually attractive. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. 80% of online dating users, especially like Tinder and stuff like that, it's men. So only about 22% or so are women. So women are very selective on Tinder. It's a fact. And they swipe, actually they say women swipe left on most guys. They see like 80+%, almost around 90% of men as below average attractive. So this goes to tell you guys that, like, you know, from the female perspective, being on Tinder, like most guys are not appealing. Now, the reason why so many guys aren't appealing is because a lot of guys take terrible pictures. And I actually did an experiment with one of my friends while she was here visiting. I'll release it on YouTube, but we made a Tinder account with her pictures and we swiped and looked at the guys on there. And most guys have terrible pictures. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, how do I take good pictures? Well, you're going to need to get professional photos, bro. I'm gonna say that one more time. You need professional pictures, like 1000%. Like you need to go out with a photographer and take like 1,000 shots, okay, in a cool area, whether it's a major city like Miami or like, you know, somewhere that has like cool backdrops, cool scenery, whatever it may be.
Downtown metropolitan area type shit.
Exactly. You know, you need to take professional pictures wearing nice fashion forward clothing, you know, no super baggy jeans or like dirty t-shirt or like dad sneakers, them white Nike joints. You know what I mean? Like you bought it from Kmart. Like you need to dress well and have professional photos that make you look attractive. Okay. Because if a girl doesn't swipe right on you, it doesn't matter what I'm going to talk to you about next. You know what I'm saying? So she's got to find you attractive first, because unfortunately online dating is visual first. And if you take professional pictures, even if you're not the best looking guy, you're gonna be miles ahead of most guys. Because what do most guys have on Tinder? Stupid mirror selfies, dumb shirtless pics, you know, like awkward like get-togethers where they're like hanging out with a bunch of other dudes and they're the shortest one in it. Like all of these are like typical pictures that guys have on their online dating profiles, and this is why so many women swipe left. And here's the other thing too, you guys got to remember: women are like professional photographers. So if they see that your picture's like crappy or whatever, they're immediately going to think, oh, this guy doesn't put any effort, he's a loser or whatever. Because girls are all good at taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at a chick's profile, she almost always, even if she ain't that attractive, you know, she's always going to make her put herself in the best light. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many times a girl you meet.
And this is the thing, dude. Women spend a lot of time just getting dressed to go to the club. Right. And they put a lot of pride in those fucking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they're great at editing too, but you know, but they make the pictures look good. And that's why a lot of the guys is always double tapping these bitches and swiping left, trying to get at these bitches because their pictures are amazing. So I mean, that does make a lot of sense. I mean, we gotta match, you know what I'm saying, that type of effort. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about the online dating scheme, because I mean, for the most part, treat it like when you go to the club, because your line is going to be on point, your breath is going to be smelling good. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have cologne on, your clothes are going to be, you know what I'm saying, ironed and neat, and you know what I'm saying, you're going to be clean and ready to go. That same effort needs to just be, and then it's the thing too, do it once and you ain't got to do it again. Exactly.
You take a day or two and you go out with a photographer, 4 to 5 different outfits. You know, I always tell guys, so here's some free game, man. Class in session real quick. Yo, you got to take one picture wearing a suit, non-negotiable. You know, they've done studies on this where they've shown women different types of men, and by far the most attractive look for all women was a CEO type. So you got to wear, you know, there's a reason why Kevin Samuels is always wearing a suit, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, tell them about this too, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Suit is timeless.
Yes.
See, like, you know, different outfits and different styles and genres, you know what I'm saying, they come and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might be wearing fitted shit. We might start wearing long shirts and looking like motherfucking Book of Eli. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but that suit and tie, that conservative look is always timeless. So it's a great investment. Go ahead, bro.
Absolutely. No, yeah. So like, you know, there's a reason why Kev is always dressed to nines, wearing a suit, you know, with a tie. So you definitely want to wear at least one business outfit with a tie, shirt, all that. Nice shoes, nice and clean. Your suit's got to fit, guys. You know, I always say, like, you need a tailored suit. If it's baggy, no, man, it's got to be nice and tapered. Pants are nice and fitted, maybe half a break at most. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to be too fashion forward, I know some guys will have no break where the socks show a little bit. That's up to you. But the point is, it's got to fit. Okay. Fit is everything. Then have one other outfit where you're wearing something a little bit more fashion forward, maybe a leather jacket, some jeans. These are all things that are going to be pretty attractive. Fitted t-shirts, whatever it may be. Solid colors are nice, guys. You don't got to wear any type of like ostentatious type shirts. Like, I wouldn't wear something like this on a photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'll wear like a solid black tee, something like that. And then be in cool areas, like with a cool city backdrop. You know what I mean? Maybe a bridge behind you if you live in New York City. Like, you just want these kinds of good pictures. Like, the litmus test is this. If the girl can envision herself being next to you while taking that photo, it's probably more than likely a good photo. You know what I mean? Can she picture herself being there with you? Is it like a higher value picture? And then get like 10 to 15 good pictures, right? When you take that photo shoot of 1,000, and then, you know, with like 3 to 4 different outfits, one business, one fashion forward, you know what I mean? And then you could wear the other 2 is like your choice. You know, if you want to wear like something a little bit semi-casual, whatever it may be. But the point is, it's got to fit right. It's got to be tasteful, and classy. And then boom, you have those pictures. You put them in your profile. That's good. That's going to help you right there because having professional pictures is super important. You know what I mean? And then did you want to go to the next one? Or I don't know if you want to.
Okay. What about the profile? Because ask those corny questions like tell them about yourself. What are you into? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Do's and don'ts on that.
Okay. Are we talking Hinge, Bumble, or I know Hinge will tell you, hey, you can use some prompts. Bumble does that too, and then Tinder just
before we get there, let's just start with the apps that you gotta have if you're trying to get because that's an app I've never heard of. Okay.
So now that we got because that's step number one, guys. Don't even make a dating profile until you have pictures, right? Like you gotta have the pictures and have them be attractive. Once you have that figured out, then the next step is you gotta figure out what apps are you gonna use. I tell guys use every single dating app you can. And the reason why is because to get the most amount of chicks, you have to work a lot of volume. And the way to work a lot of volume is you basically got to be you got to be sourcing from different types of lead sources, right? Like I always tell guys, like you want to be on multiple dating apps. It's like being at like 5 nightclubs at once. You know what I'm saying? So, because let's keep it real. Women are flaky. Women are fickle. You know what I mean? Like chicks always, they always flake and do all this BS. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be a MGTOW movement and the red pill, all this other stuff if chicks were like not flaking so much. You know what I mean? Like so many guys are getting frustrated because women flake so much. So the only way to truly combat the high flake rates and just the difficulty of meeting and attracting women is you got to work a lot of volume, because when you work a lot of volume, it does a couple of things. Number one, it puts more leads in your pipeline, right? Number two, you're not going to invest in each interaction as much, which inherently makes you more attractive, because when you're not investing too much in each interaction, the chicks know that's like a high value behavior. Because like most guys, they'll sit there double, triple texting, begging for a date, whatever it may be. If you're kind of like not investing that much, like you're acting like a girl, you know what I mean? Back to them, it's going to make you more attractive because most women aren't used to that. And then also more importantly, a lot of girls, and we could talk about this too, one of the biggest things you have to figure out when you're doing online dating is which girls actually like you versus which girls are just there to like just attention whore, right? Because like a lot of chicks get on dating apps solely like to just get validation. You know what I mean? Like they want to see how many guys match with them, how many guys they can sit there and talk to, and they'll never want to actually meet up with you. So
like I remember setting up a app profile and all the shit that came along with it. And I used to think it was a joke, but now that I think about it, in the mindset of a woman that has to do all that shit, she's actually looking for a guy too. She's looking for dudes. You know what I'm saying? Some are, but a lot of them, bro, are using it just for validation, or like if you live in like a city like Miami or New York City, like one of these like cities that like has like a high concentration of attractive women, LA, like a lot of girls actually use it to funnel you to their OnlyFans or to their Patreon or to their paid sexual content too. Like a lot of chicks use it for that. Okay, so they advertise.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, or they'll use it. The most common one, like chicks will put their Instagram there and say, "Hey, I'm not on here much. DM me on Instagram." And then what'll happen is they'll get a bunch of DMs and people will follow them, and that's how a lot of girls get followers on Instagram, just by using their dating app to kind of funnel them there, or there's funnel you to their Snapchat Premium or their OnlyFans, whatever. If you see a chick that's advertising anything on her joint, even if she just puts her social media handle, nothing else, 9 out of 10 times she's just an attention whore looking for clout. So I wouldn't even like mess with her. But yeah, so the dating apps you guys want to get on, you definitely want to get on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. Those are the top 3, like as far as like applications that you can use on your phone. Then honorable mentions, you can use Chispa, which is like a Spanish one. If you live in a city that has like a strong Hispanic population, like what was that?
Yeah, that sounds like shit. It sounds like gonna be nothing but dimes on that motherfucker.
Yeah, Chispa has a lot of attractive girls. If like you live in a city that has like a strong Hispanic population, like in Miami, it's good. Okay. What else? Locario just put me on. I had him on my show on Monday. Something called Happening. I didn't even know about that, but he was telling me that works. Obviously, there's OkCupid and Plenty of Fish, aka Plenty of Whales. I hate that place, but you want to be on as many
on Plenty of Fish,
Fact, bro. A lot of
plenty of fucking going on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah.
But what was it? It was another one. God damn it. One of my clients, he called me, and he's on this app called something Intentions or Arrangements.
Oh, Seeking Arrangement.
Yeah.
That's a sugar daddy one.
Yeah, he's got bitches. He's got like 4 bitches he's paying for. He's like asking me, I'm like, dude, why are you paying for these bitches? Like, they're like faking, they're like pretending to be girlfriends, but it's like it's damn near prostitution. But
yeah, so let's talk about that real quick. So, and I'll give you guys kind of the numbers on this. So, like, the fastest growing dating apps are basically like sugar daddy websites. You know, sugar daddy meets, seeking arrangement, etc. These types of websites. A lot of girls are getting on them because obviously we live in a globalized sexual marketplace now. And girls are having access to high value men all over the place, whether it's through Instagram, seeking arrangement, whatever. So like girls that would never be caught dead on Tinder or Bumble are on seeking arrangement, because the thing with seeking arrangement is the hottest girls are on there. Now, the problem is that, you know, if you're smart and you know what you're doing, you can use those websites to date these chicks without actually paying them money. You know what I mean? Without simping. But a lot of guys, they just pay for, they literally just like, they'll go on a date and they'll do something called pay per meet, which is like, you'll pay a chick a certain amount of money. She'll show up on a date. And then a lot of the time ends up being like, you're basically paying for sex, which, you know, I never advocate you guys do that. Because once you pay, you're going into the customer frame and she's never going to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't work.
Putting like 2-3 bitches on allowance. Like they got allowances and shit like that. And it's like that with that website, it's like these bitches have like several boyfriends that pay for their time.
Facts. And bro, you guys got to get on our Patreon, because we like, we show these types of chicks on our thing. Like, these are types of women you want to avoid, like professionals, whatever. And the thing is that like the most attractive women, a lot of them have a profile on Seeking where they'll have like a sugar daddy. Like if you see a chick and she doesn't have a job, but she's showing like an extravagant lifestyle, or she lives in a downtown apartment, like here in this area in Miami I'm at, it's called Brickell, the Manhattan of Miami. Like, bro, I see bad chicks here all the time. And I'd be like wondering, like, you know, when I cold approach, what do you do for work? Oh, like, and they give like some random ambiguous answer. And I already know off rip, yeah, you probably have a sugar daddy paying for your stuff, you know, because like the baddest chicks, these dudes are simps and they'll pay for them. So the thing is, though, if you're smart, you know what you're doing, you can definitely use these websites and date these girls without paying them if you're high value enough. You know, I do it all the time. You know, I don't pay no chicks for to meet up with me ever. But you just got to be like, you got to really be on your P's and Q's, though. Because if she senses weakness, this is why I tell guys, like, don't get on those sites until you know how to deal with very attractive women. Because what most guys will do, they'll be on a date with a 9 or a 10 or 8, whatever, and they'll start supplicating, they'll start simping, and they're not used to being around beautiful women. And she could tell that you aren't used to being around hot girls. So what she's going to do is she's going to start leveraging her sexuality to you in return for some kind of compliance time, or most of the time money. And if you don't know better, you're going to sit there and give her an allowance and actually pay her like a sucker. And, you know, you taking an L, like, yeah, you might get sex, but it's going to be, you paid for it. It's transactional. It's not going to be the same. She ain't going to suck your dick with the same veracity because she don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, your client, I mean, it's common. The sugar dating thing is very, very common, especially in major cities. But, you know, guys, never pay a chick to go on a date with you. Like, you can use those.
Respect. I mean, if you start off tricking, it's going to end up tricking. You know what I'm saying?
It's an L every single time, man. Like, you can use those sites to get chicks, but you got to know what you're doing, because if she smells weakness, like these bad chicks, they smell weakness. They're going to immediately be like, all right, this guy's a sucker. I could take him. Hey, pay my light bill. You know, hey, cover my phone bill. Or, hey, can you Venmo me $50? Whatever, like, BS they want to do. Like, and you can't do that. You can never overtly hand money to a chick. Like, never, ever, ever, you know?
So, like, okay, so we talked about the pictures, the different apps, bio, the about you section, you know, do's and don'ts. Let's get into that, because I see a lot of, even on these bitches' profiles, they putting dumb shit on there. Nice. You know what I'm saying? I like to turn up. You know what I'm saying? Smoke something, bitch. We drinking. You know, like, it just be stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Kush on deck, all types of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get into the don'ts of what a motherfucker need to put in their about section.
Absolutely. So, so here's the thing. So most guys, when they make their profile, they try to be too gamey or too funny. You know what I mean? And that you don't want to do that. So typically you start off, you put your, like, if you're over 6 feet tall, put 6 foot tall or whatever height you are, and then put your location, right? And then from there, you're going to want to put like some kind of, like, I call it like a shock statement, right? Like, you say something that's like, wow, like, okay, you know what? You guys could go ahead and steal my joint. I know you guys are going to do it anyway, so it is what it is. I'll give you guys a freebie right now. Mine is just looking for a brunette because I got my blonde wife and she's pregnant with our mulatto baby. I need some excitement. Something like that, right? And then I'll go ... And then I'll put some space, and then I'll put just kidding or JK. And then boom, like, I got her attention because it was like some wild stuff, right? You know, if it's wild and funny, you know, that's okay, because it basically, like, it's something different, right? But remember, guys, she's not going to read your profile unless your pictures are right. So remember, we're talking about in order of importance. Pictures come first because she's not going to read your profile unless she ain't going to read your profile unless she decides she wants to go on a date with you. So pictures good, then the profile. Then from there, I'll do something where I'll like kind of do a covert DHV. Like I'll mention something about myself that is kind of like I'm bragging, but I'm not. And I'm doing it kind of like in a hidden fashion, right? And then I'll do something where I'll like disqualify her. So I'll say something like, you know, if your hobby is just going to the mall or the beach with friends, then, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of guys on here that would love to, you know, that are great at taking stupid mirror selfies. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll basically do something to like disqualify her, right? And then I'll put like at the end like a call to action, like, you know, if you're like if you're into, let's say you're like a salsa dancer, right? Like you're a good salsa dancer. Hey, if you're good at salsa dancing and don't have two left feet, swipe right, something like that, right? So you want your call to action to kind of be congruent to whatever you're putting on your profile, you know what I mean? Or whatever skills you might have.
Eye-catching statement. Now, some guys overdo it with like their credentials and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't want to come off as too try hard and like, because like, here's the thing. You never want to be qualifying to a woman, man. Like when you're qualifying to her, what that basically says is that you're lower value and you're trying to impress her. And the thing is that women are so good at reading this because they get hit on by so many guys and they've heard it all. So when you come in and you qualify to her, you try to qualify to her like, I do this or I make this much money or that. She's like, man, like she's going to get turned off. And like, I know what a lot of guys are going to say, but women love money. Women love money. Nah, you guys got to understand.
Niggas, no more bricks, money phones. No more money phones.
Yeah.
No more money on your lap showing off the Gucci and Louis belt. All that goofball ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to get the big. You might get a couple hood rats.
You're gonna. I was gonna say this a thought trap, 1,000%. But it's like you're gonna not get like the type of chick you want.
Too. You might get set up and robbed too.
Bro, okay, Jap, thank you so much, bro. I talk about this all the time, and people think I'm crazy. Yo, you guys got to understand something, man. Like if a chick tries to invite you to like her hotel or something like that, and you've never met her before, or like she's like pushing to like make something happen with you. This is why I always tell guys, never meet a chick at her place and don't go to her. Make her come to you or you guys meet in a public location that's close to you because people don't understand that like, yo, dudes get jacked every day. It's actually very common for girls to set guys up to get robbed because they know that most dudes are thirsty and want to get laid and they'll just show up as quickly as possible. And the thing is that she'll have two dudes waiting in the cut and they'll rob you. It happens all the time, especially here in Miami. It's just that it's not put in the news and it's not talked a lot about because guys aren't going to go to the police and report that because it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like to get bamboozled by a chick and get robbed, they'll just take the L and just like, okay, I'm not going to report it. But it's very common, man. Like, especially from these dating apps to get robbed by a girl. You know what I'm saying? Especially like these chicks that are like escorts on the low. 9 out of 10 times they're sharing their location with somebody else. And sometimes those dudes are jack boys and they'll show up but when you guys are in the middle of it and they'll rob you. And this is even worse in foreign countries like Colombia, Brazil, whatever. It's even more, happens more often than people think. So you guys got to be smart and protect yourselves because like girls know that guys are thirsty and they'll use that against you to put you in a bad position where you get robbed.
Hey, and this is the thing too, man. We named a lot of dating sites, but I don't neglect the tools that are already there. Yep. Facebook and Instagram. I've landed some really, really good motherfucking bitches off of Facebook and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you say that dudes should approach in the inbox? Because the way I think about it, in my mind, I was like, I know these guys are sending dick pics. This is how I do it. Guys are sending dick pics. Guys are sending all types of fucking nasty shit. I seen a motherfucking bitch post the shit up that said a guy posted a message and he said, I want to stick my tongue so far up your ass, I could taste all the bullshit you've been through. I was like, this is some bullshit. Like these motherfuckers. So I know these women getting creeped out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I usually try to start it off like with like a joke or like I almost get confrontational. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be like, yo, you need to just fucking stop. Like she'll be like, stop what? Stop popping up on my feed. You know what I'm saying? Like you on my feed. Boy, I hit him up with like, I was like, so you gonna do this all day? What are you talking about? All this damn thirst trapping. Get a life. Like
so you call him right out.
You know what know what I'm saying? And then I was like, nah, I'm just playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Then we start chatting. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of do something, in my opinion, to separate yourself from all the perverts with the rapist swag that's in her inbox. But what do you think that these dudes should do as far as you know what I'm saying, inboxing and you know, how can I say this? Breaking the ice.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, so we broke down pictures, right? The importance of pictures. Then we broke down what websites you want to use, and then we talked about setting up your bio. You know what I'm saying? Next, and not overqualifying, trying to brag or whatever. Oh, real quick, I want to talk about money real fast, and then we'll go into like how to message girls. The thing about money I want to touch on real quick, because a lot of guys seem to think that like women love money, whatever, and that's true, but it's also not true. And let me explain what I mean. Like, men and women look at money completely differently. Like, men look at money from like a meritocracy standpoint, like socioeconomic status, versus women look at it as like a means to an end. So, for example, two men meet, we shake hands. Hey, what do you do for work, right? And then, oh, well, I own a business. I'm a millionaire. Oh, okay, cool. So automatically, you're going to put that guy in a certain category of respect because of what he's achieved from a financial standpoint, where he is in a socioeconomic status. Women don't necessarily care about it like that. What they like is that instead of you saying, oh, if me and Jap have a conversation, I say, I made $5,000 in my investments. Oh, how'd you do it? Dividends, whatever. We could talk about that. Well, women, if you tell her that, she's like, oh, well, I don't care. But what women will like is you say, hey, listen, pack your bags. We're going to go to Dominican Republic for a week. You know what I'm saying? They like the freedom that money offers. You know what I'm saying? And like what was that?
They don't like the technicality of it.
Yeah, they don't care about how it's made. They like the freedom it offers. This is why women are 80% of the consumer base. Like, they understand that money is a necessary evil to get what they want, aka experiences, clothing, materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how women are 80% of the consumer base. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a fact. Like, they make most financial decisions in the family as far as like purchasing things, and they're responsible for the economy going because they buy things more. So
in the chat right now, they're saying Facebook has a dating section.
It does, bro. I haven't used it yet, but it does. I just heard about that recently too. It's crazy.
Yeah. See, like I said, you got to have an open mind about this, because I see people in the chat saying, oh, fuck online dating and shit like that. But you got to understand, like, technology is only advancing. It's not going nowhere. You got to embrace it. And you got to look at the pros and cons. Again, yeah, people could be lying online and stuff like that, and there is risk associated with it. But one thing that I do like about online dating that you can do that you can't necessarily do in real life is filter.
Yep.
You can filter out fat bitches. You could filter out smokers. You could filter out like a lot of the shit that you don't like. You can filter out. You won't be able to do that in the field without a whole lot of work. See, you could be talking to this bitch for 30, 40 minutes, and then towards the end of the conversation, you find out the bitch is a fucking smoker. She's got 3 kids, and she's separated. So you're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It does make your job easier, but I just don't want to see a lot of guys relying on only being an inbox guy and not able to talk when it's time to talk, because eventually this bitch that you're talking to in the inbox is going to be in your face. So you have to have some fucking type of game to actually, you know what I'm saying, converse with people in real life. So this is just a tool to bring them to you. This is not the end all be all. So I understand some guys like, yeah, fuck all the dating apps and all that shit, because there is some weirdo bitches. But COVID has taken everybody and threw them online. So you have got to accept it now. You got to understand the game is changing. You have to adjust with the game. You got to be liquid.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, like, online dating is the good thing about online dating is that you're able to basically, it's the best return on your investment. And what I mean by that is that, like, you don't have to invest that much time. You're already dealing with girls that are somewhat pre-qualified because they're single, whatever. When you're approaching a chick on the street, you don't know if she's has a boyfriend or a committed relationship, whatever. So like, you're going to have to make a lot of approaches to like kind of filter those types of chicks out. At least with online dating, they've already kind of been like pre-qualified, and you match, and then you guys are matching under the premise of dating in the first place. So you don't have to necessarily work hard.
That's so annoying when you getting some rhythm with a bitch and this, and then at the end you find out she got a fucking boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, you're in the club, you see this bitch, you're talking to her and everything like that, and then you find that shit out at the end. At least with online dating, you wouldn't even be in her face. She wouldn't even be, you know what I'm saying? She would never even be on the site if she wasn't trying to fucking get chose. So that makes the game easier. But again, you still got to be rooted in some type of game and know how to deal with these people once they get in your face. Because all the online dating is going to do is allow a bitch to get into your face faster.
Yeah, facts. And if you don't know, like, this is why I tell guys, you got to get out there and cold approach. Like, I've had a couple of guys that I work with that like have excellent online dating profiles, but they're like terrible with their cold approach game. So then when they deal with the chick in person, they're not able to close, because no matter how good your online dating profile is, if you're not congruent, like let's say your online dating profile is excellent, great pictures, cool backdrops, like, wow, you look really good. Then she meets you in person and you're a dud, bro, that's going to turn her off even faster, because here's the thing, girls don't like getting bamboozled. So if she thinks you're a certain way and you're a certain way, she has this anticipation and then you disappoint her, bro, it's going to be like a double L. You know what I'm saying? Because she like disappointment doesn't really sit well with women, because women don't like feeling like they got like tricked. Because if anything, they're the ones that are typically tricking guys with their pictures, whatever it may be. But if you trick a chick and you're actually way lamer than it comes off, bro, you'll get in trouble for that. Like, think about it. You tell a chick, oh, I'm a lawyer. I make this much, you know, I do this or do that. And then she finds out you're like a Starbucks barista and you guys had sex. Bro, she's probably going to Me Too you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, women do not like to get hoodwinked.
Oh, man. So let's talk about
messaging, right?
Approaching the inbox. Yeah, the inbox.
Yeah, messaging. So what I do is, you guys can steal my joint. So I'll just literally say, you look like trouble, and I'll send like a GIF. And when you send a GIF, you're going to get, actually, like, we've split tested this. You actually get a little bit more higher percentage of a chance of a response when you use a GIF. So I'll say, you look like trouble, or trouble written all over this with like a GIF. Or if I don't even care, I'll just like copy and paste, hey, trouble, what's your number? Boom, question mark. And within the first 2 messages, typically, I'm trying to get her off the app and get like some kind of contact information.
A lot of times you get to talking to a bitch like POF or Tinder or whatever. They're just talking forever. And how slow those apps are for responding. And you barely check the notifications for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Those conversations will last forever if you just keep that shit on there. So yeah, definitely, guys, get to it. Like, try to get off the fucking app within about 4 to 5 messages at the most.
Yeah, because the thing is this, you guys got to understand, like, so when most girls open up their dating apps, bro, it's just like dicks are getting thrown at them. It's just, you know what I'm saying? They're just getting like, you know what I'm saying? They're getting like inundated with attention from like low value guys, whatever it may be, hitting them up, right? Because like we did an experiment with this, bro. Like when me and the girl made the Tinder profile, she had like 100+ matches in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, because when you make a new Tinder profile, it'll tell you upgrade to gold. You have 99+ matches, and she had already gotten that in the first 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, women have so many options on there. So, like, if she's on the app, you need to get her off the app immediately. So, like, if you match and she sends you, most of the time, chicks aren't going to message you, especially Tinder, Bumble, whatever it may be. Even if your profile is good, chicks just don't message you. So unless it's Bumble and she has to. But the point is that when you guys match, immediately get on, try to get her off the app. Like in the first message or 2, I'm trying to get a phone number or contact information to get her off, because there's 2 reasons why I need to do this. Number 1, it's going to get her off the app that she's probably not going to be on that much anyway. Number 2, you're going to start the compliance ladder. You're going to start getting her to comply with your demands, because at the end of the day, dealing with chicks is nothing more than a compliance ladder of cooperation. How cooperative is she? And everything like that. So if she gives you, and here's the other thing too, you vet attention whores. If she tells you some BS like, oh, let's talk on here more, or I don't give my number out, bro, you might as well just unmatch her or kick her to the curb, because if you
have an Instagram, or now you want to go to another app, like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the goal isn't to get on other apps. The goal is to get in your fucking pants.
Facts. So don't let her sit there and siphon off attention from you, man. Shout out to Alan Roger Curry. We did a whole podcast on this, no free attention. So you're trying to get her off the app to get her away from all those other, you know what I'm saying? And then get a compliance ladder. And then also you're doing it to vet her to make sure she's not an attention whore. Once you get her number, then bro, I go right into like, when are you free this week to meet up for a drink? Boom. Like, I'm trying to set up a date immediately. And the reason why is because time kills all deals. I know back in the day, 20 years ago or something like that, you would wait a week, try to demonstrate that higher value. Like, I'm not too desperate. But in today's day and age, where we, have,
you gotta move fast because there's so much competition.
Facts.
The internet has literally, saturated the game to where these bitches are getting more attention than they ever got. Like, the internet is like literally like walking into the club for a bitch. Bitch posts one picture up, she's gonna get 700 fucking comments, 1,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? And the self-esteem is gonna be through the roof, and the bitch could be living like a bum. So you gotta understand like the competition that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because like again, their attention span is very short when it comes to all of the motherfucking guys that's in their face every day.
We live in an instant gratification society, and you know, we got literally, you can use your phone and get a random person to pick you up in a car and take you somewhere. You know, you can get someone to deliver food from you just from the touch of your phone. We have instant internet, like bank account. You can transfer money to someone across the world in seconds. Like, you know what I mean? Like this, we just live in a world of like instantaneous, you know, things being instant. So with women, you got to understand, like, you guys want to take a huge red pill? Look at a chick's phone, bro. Like, look at one of your homegirls' phones on her Instagram DMs, her text message, online dating apps. That's going to tell you, like, you're going to start to realize why so many women flake, why so many women are fickle, why most girls, let's keep it real, don't respect men at all. Like, the girls do, like, I always say, like, the baddest chicks, like 99% of men are like invisible to them. You know what I'm saying? So when you see like the crazy competition that you're dealing with, you need to close deals fast. And I always say, like, dealing with chicks, it's like sales. Time kills all deals. So you have to close the lead as quickly as possible. So you're trying to set up a date with her right away when it's hot, so she doesn't forget about you. Because if you wait a week or two, whatever, bro, by then a couple, like 50 to 100 plus guys have already spoken to her, and she's gonna forget about you. So you gotta always work the lead while it's warm.
And like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the internet is the bitch's world. It's the bitch's realm.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit how much you take your shirt off or grease yourself up. You will not get as many likes and inboxes as a fat bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, the best guy online is not even on the same level as a BBW fat bitch. Okay? You got to understand the fetishes and all that shit. Like, bitches, first of all, women are scared to approach guys in some cases. Well, women who are bad, they're not approaching guys like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, when these bitches are getting 900 inboxes, you might get 20. You know what I'm saying? So, and hopefully they're of quality. So you have to get out there and actually approach those bitches, and you got to separate yourself from the pack. You know what I'm saying? What I wanted to talk about too, man, is what to look for as far as weirdos, liars, scammers, and catfish. Like, how do we identify if a bitch is just full of shit online? What type of profiles are, you know, a no-no for guys, bro?
So the number ones that you want to stay away from are, like, obviously fake profiles. She has like 1 or 2 pictures, and she's saying something crazy like, oh, let's have sex tonight, or meet me tonight for some whatever. Like, so it's trying to advertise some kind of sexual stuff. Off rip, you know, that's a bot or a fake profile. Second is what I call the Instagram attention whores. The girls that basically will have a couple of pictures, of really sexy pictures of themselves, like maybe of them on the beach, whatever it may be, and they'll just have an Instagram handle and nothing else. Or they'll say even worse, hey, I'm not on here much. Go ahead and DM me on Instagram, or I'll talk to you there. That's always a sham. They're just trying to get you to follow them and get more followers. Like, I know girls that literally do that solely to get followers on Instagram and grow their Instagram following and they don't even make money on their shit.
They got bots and shit too doing that shit too. Like, you know, you get a fucking a message and they'll be like, yeah, click here, email me here now. Like, what?
Yeah,
clown shit. But it's like a lot of catfishing going on. I know it's a lot of bitches, fat bitches that look good, but they're taking this picture from an upward angle, trying to fool guys. Only face pics, big one. That bitch is a whale.
Facts.
Because there's no woman with a bad body who doesn't want to show it.
That's 100%. That's 100% true. So yeah, that's another red flag. If she doesn't have pictures of her body, you already know off rip she's probably either fat or she probably is fat, because girls know deep down, like, if they're obese, that like guys are gonna know that, and they're not gonna take pictures. They only got pictures of like their cleavage or something like that. Yeah. That's a L. Any girl that has her OnlyFans link on her joint, or like her Snapchat premium, it's a dub. Like, she's just using that to funnel guys over to her paid sexual content.
Thing though, guys, I know you guys see this all the time. A bitch's profile pic has her and a bunch of other people. Just go ahead and swipe, get her out of there, decline. Because first and foremost, when that group of people, when you go to the third, fourth pic, it's the ugly one. It's never the fucking fine one that's in that group. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I don't know why people would be on a dating site with a herd of people as your fucking profile pic, but it's being done. And that's usually because an ugly bitch, you know what I'm saying, took a nice photo with a bunch of other motherfuckers. But no, you know what I'm saying? That no way.
Yeah. What else? You want to stay away from, I've noticed that it's a dub every time. Like if a chick has like a picture with a guy and she's saying like, oh, here with my husband and we're like polygamous or some BS like that. Like, you know, you want to stay away from that. You know, they want to get into some strange. I will stay away from that. You just don't want to be involved. People that are involved doing that type of thing, bro. Like, why aren't you guys on like a swinger website or something? Like, something wrong with you guys on Tinder doing this. What else? And then those are some big ones. And then obviously attention whores. So like girls that like they look like they're normal on the profile, everything goes good. You match with them, and then you try to basically get them off the app, and they refuse to get off the app, or they won't give you a number or an IG or anything. Like to try to continue the conversation off the app. You know, for off rib that she's probably an attention whore. Because like, and here's the thing, they actually did a study on this. Again, backing up my stuff with numbers. A staggering amount of Tinder and Tinder users in general. I think they polled a bunch of women. They basically admitted that they never actually intend to meet a guy or only met with like one guy in their whole lifetime of having Tinder for years. So like, unless you really do it for her, a lot of the time girls are going to sit there and waste your time and just like talk to you on the app because women want attention. We all know this, like that's attention is how girls validate themselves. So like they have no problem sitting there and talking to you all day. So if you allow that to happen where you're talking an app to them, or even if you're texting them too much, you're going to take an L. So these are some things you definitely want to
so this would be the equivalent of the married woman who goes out just to get hit on to see if she still has it.
Facts. Yeah. Like a lot of girls, like somebody in the chat just said it helps women learn how attractive they are. Like, yeah, it's very true. Like the thing is this, man, like women know deep down that like their value in society is determined by how good they look. I hate to say it like that. It's fucked up.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. Like there's a reason why the makeup industry and hair and nail salons will never go out of business. It's because women know innately that their looks define their value. So anytime a chick puts a picture up of herself, says, felt cute, might delete later, what that is that's womanese for, I feel attractive right now. I'm going to put this picture up to see how I stand in the sexual marketplace based on looks, based on likes and comments. And if I get enough, I won't delete this picture. But if she doesn't get enough, she's going to delete it. And I know chicks that if they don't get 100 likes in like 2 minutes, they're instantly like, all right, I'm deleting this. This isn't good. Because women live for validation. Like they need to constantly see how they stack up in the world from a sexual standpoint, you know, with what they're, how good they look. Because a girl's value is based on the amount of men that she can attract and the high value men that she can attract. So if she gets like athletes hitting her up in the DMs, celebrities, whatever it is, she's going to have a higher perceived notion of herself. And this kind of goes back to what you were saying too, Jap, where you were saying like a chick that's like a 5 gets more action than a dude that's like a 10. And yo, that's 1,000% fact. You could be a doctor, 6'3", making $500,000 a year with a dating profile. You're not going to get as much
sloppy stretch mark, fucking dimples all on her ass.
Yeah,
cottage cheese, tattoos, gold teeth. Is gonna have 100,000 followers when you gonna have 12.
Facts. She's gonna like you know, and I think guys got to understand that like women have like a crazy advantage when it comes to dating versus men. Like, you know, a chick that's like a 5 is gonna get way more attention than a dude that's like a 9 or a 10. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world is. Women are the buyers and men are the sellers. So that's just how it is. So knowing that, you know, you just got to look for these things and understand and move appropriately within the marketplace.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I'm honestly, man, this is essential shit right now. Like the COVID thing. As far as juggling these type of bitches, you know what I'm saying? Juggling these different
Leads.
Well, no, I don't want to say leads, but I want to say apps.
Okay,
What type of budget do you got to put aside for? Because like, do you recommend? Because I know like if you go to, they got the free version. I've never spent any money on it because I'm new to that shit. But they have the free version and then they got the premium version that's costing and shit like that. Do you recommend that guys actually spend the money on these apps or just get in and get out with the free shit?
So you could do 2 ways. You can get like the paid stuff will help you out to some degree, but what I quickly realized was I actually did an experiment on this to test it before we released Pandemic Pickup. We did a bunch of tests. And one of the tests we did was I had a Tinder Gold account and I had a brand new Tinder account, identical pictures, identical profile. And I did a boost on my Tinder Gold account, which is like, I did the super boost, which is like $70. the purple joint. It boosts you for 6 hours, right? And then I had a brand new Tinder account, everything identical, so we keep everything controlled, right? And what we found was my brand new Tinder account got more matches than the paid account with even a boost on it. So what that tells us, which we already knew this, but it just confirmed it, is that dating apps are 100% designed to fleece men financially. And what I mean by that is that, like, when you first get on the app, they're going to give you a crazy boost where they're going to show your profile to all the chicks. And then after a while, depending on how many girls swipe right on you, that's going to determine your ELO score, like where you stand and how much they're going to show your profile to other.
That's the algorithm, basically.
Yeah, for the algorithm, exactly. However, though, the thing that no one's going to admit is that regardless of how good your profile is and how many girls swipe right on you when they see when they see your profile, you're always going to get put lower and lower and lower in the algorithm because they need to prioritize the new accounts that are being made. Because remember, only 20% of the users are women and about 80% are men. So the new guys that come in, they need to get those guys shown to girls. Because this is how they get you. You get on when you first get on the app, they show your profile to everybody. And what they'll do is they'll show your profile purposely to chicks that have a lower ELO score. And what I mean by a lower ELO score is like they swipe right on more men. They're typically less attractive and they swipe right on more guys. They're not as selective. And they'll show your profile to those chicks, aka the girls that you don't want to, these types of chicks.
That's a huge bitch.
And you know what I'm saying? What was that?
Donkeys.
Exactly. So those girls will swipe right on you. And then what Tinder will say, they'll say, hey, upgrade to gold. You have 99 plus matches right now waiting for you, or whatever it may be, right? And then it'll show you like the silhouettes of their profiles. And then a lot of guys want to do, oh my God, yeah, I want to see these girls. And they'll upgrade to gold. And then next thing they know, it's a bunch of unattractive chicks. And then boom, they got you. You know what I'm saying? You're paying. So you could pay, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with Tinder Gold. There's benefits to using it. And then there's also benefits to using it. But the point is this, you don't want to be running on a free account for long because at some point they're going to always stunt you in the algorithm. So you're going to have to constantly reset your joint on Tinder, especially and other dating apps so that you get a fresh algorithm boost and your profile gets shown to the most girls. Because the problem is that it's a skewed marketplace where there's too many guys and not enough girls. So they're always prioritizing showing male profiles that are newer than older ones. So
being new is more important than paying.
Facts. Yeah. When we've done tests to prove that wholeheartedly. Like even when I ran a $70 boost, dude, on a paid gold account, I still got more matches on the brand new account. So that tells you right there that Tinder is 100%, at least with Tinder, they're 100% trying to get money out of you. And honestly, all the other dating apps they use very similar algorithm type things, you know, but Tinder for sure is like that. Now with Bumble, it's a little bit more feminist friendly because the girls have to message you first and everything like that. So girls have a little bit more power on that. So that, you know, it's going to put it more in their favor, which
explain Bumble because I've heard of it, but how does that work?
So okay, so I'll go over how all of them work real quick. So for guys that don't know, so Tinder, swipe right, swipe left, and then if you both swipe right on each other, you guys match, and then you can start messaging each other. Either party can initiate the messaging, the male or the female.
Okay.
Bumble, however, is the same exact way, but the woman, if you guys match, only the woman can initiate the conversation, and she has 24 hours to do so. So if she matches with you within 24 hours, she's got to message you, and if you get upgrade, like Bumble will let you like give her more time to message or whatever. Because like I said, a lot of girls, when they open up their shit, they're just like, so they might not even open it within that 24 hours and they match with you. So Bumble makes the girl message you first. And it's always hilarious because on Bumble, you get to see how bad girls' game really is. Because like a lot of girls will say like, don't message, like on Tinder, they'll be like, don't message me if you're going to just say, hey, or what's up. And then it's hilarious. On Bumble, those same chicks will message you, hey, or what's up. Because, you know, girls are never used to opening. So it's always pretty comical to see their lines. But
this is boring shit, you know what I'm saying? But then I've got inboxes where bitches wrote some long ass shit, like a bunch of questions, and I'm like, man, I'm not answering all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you do? What is it? How tall are you? It was like a bunch of questionnaires. I was like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But I could tell that's why you're on a dating site, because you can't even talk to people in real life. This is just really unorganic.
Yeah, no, facts. And then the other thing, and then Hinge is basically very similar, swipe right on each other, but Hinge is a little bit more like Hinge. Typically the girls that are on there are going to be a little bit more serious. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to actually want to be more open to meet up. But the negative is like Hinge, I think, has the least attractive girls. But the thing is that every dating app is drastically different depending on the city that you live in, right? So like that, like so you know, Hinge might be great. I know Hinge in San Diego is like awesome, you know, whereas like here in Miami, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, but you're gonna have to really put the filters up. Like, I wouldn't put anything over 30 because you notice if you put chicks over 30, they significantly get less attractive, at least in my opinion. But in Miami, so you can use these filters, but that's how those three work. Chispa is the same way. It's a swipe type joint. And then what else? And then OkCupid, POF, typical profile, message each other. Seeking is also like that. So that's kind of an overview of how all the apps
POF is like it's like the projects. Like
Bro, POF is the worst.
Those are some fucking raggedy bitches on there, man. Like
POF and OkCupid, I'm not a fan, bro. I know a lot of people, you know, use OkCupid as well, but man, I don't. Afi actually, shout out to Afi. I know he gave a super chat earlier. He actually said when we did a podcast on running game in the Bay, he was saying that Match.com is actually pretty good, like to use. And I always thought like, really, I thought that was like for super serious, but it was like, nah, bro. Actually, it's kind of a nugget. So yeah.
My man said POF is the Walmart of dating apps. I might want to say Walgreens. It's the goddamn CVS.
Yeah, it's terrible, bro.
Pharmacy. He said it's the basement. Yeah, that shit is terrible, man. It's a lot of fatties, a lot of single moms, a lot of rejects. Like rejects are on there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you try to get your dick sucked in 30 minutes, get your POF account.
Fact.
You know, put a bag over that bitch's face, man.
That's a fact.
You want to take some guests?
Oh yeah. Let me. I can fire up the phone line. Or do you got the phone line?
A bunch of other different websites. And if you guys just tuned in, we got my man Myron Gaines, fitness coach, fitness expert, online dating guru, beast out here on the text message. You know what I'm saying? He will get your bitch to marry him through the text message. You know
yeah. Oh man, do you want me to fire up the phone lines? I could do it if you want.
Okay,
or
yeah, fire the phone lines then. I was gonna put.
Yeah, I'll fire it up right now. I'll just mute myself real quick so you guys don't hear Blog Talk Radio on that BS, man.
Cool.
She yapping that British chick.
I hate that shit. That bitch just don't stop talking. They say POF is the alley of dating apps. God damn.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. Like, I remember I have a POF profile, bro. I barely use it, man, because it's like the girls are just like typically like single moms, older, not attractive. You know what I'm saying? It's truly the lowest value chicks are on there.
Yeah, it is the crack corner of the dating apps.
Oh man!
You have to have a kid and a titty tattoo to get on POF. Just that this is what comes with the game.
Facts.
I said Meet Me is better. Tag. Somebody put something about Tagged. I've heard of Tagged. There's a lot of these motherfuckers popping up. But listen, fellas, don't be afraid to jump in these bitches' inbox too, man. Don't let them shame you and, oh, you're thirsty. This is what them bitches do it for. It's all about how you approach them, though. You can break these hoes down if you got some game. You can make them feel like an idiot for posting that shit, and you can still get them, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers like, oh, she gonna put me on blast. She's scared of, man, listen. This is 2020. You can holler at a bitch in the inbox.
Yeah, I'll just mute myself real quick.
All right. Say the corner, the trap house of dating apps. God damn. Tag is a hood site. These motherfuckers say,
All right, I'm gonna text the number right now, Jap.
okay. What's the number? I'm gonna put it in the chat.
So the number, guys, is 515-605-9740.
515.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
It's
4, 3, 2, 1.
515-605-9740.
Blog Talk Radio.
And we are live, gentlemen. You guys can call in. Again, that number is 515-605-9740. 515-605-9740. You guys can jump on with Myron Gaines and Minister Jap in church. Answer your questions about online dating, whatever it may be.
Hey, so look, while they getting in the lines, man, let's talk about dates that you've been on. Hell dates. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been on a hell date from a motherfucker off the internet, man. It was nuts. But what have you experienced? Good and bad. Good and bad.
Typically I like screen the chicks out. I'll try to do a FaceTime call before, make sure she is who she says she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I don't get catfish too bad. You know, I've kind of come to realize now that like most girls, you know, don't look like their profile pictures. It's just the unfortunate reality of the world, you know, but they're cute enough. So like you always want to, like, you got to understand when you meet up with her on the date, she's probably going to be half a point to 1 point below what her pictures put her at. So if she's like a 9 on the thing, she's probably going to be an 8 when you meet her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, unless she doesn't wear makeup. There's some girls out there that like just look good. They don't even got to wear makeup. That's rare, but it happens. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? A FaceTime call will help you with that. But like, I can't really think of like a super bad date. Cause like my thing is if I'm like annoyed, like that's why. So when I do my dates, guys, I always make it a drinking date and it's like somewhere close to me. Like I never go to girls. I never meet
drinking dates. I tell motherfuckers all the time that is having a couple drinks with a bitch is the best shit because you get to see how she acts. You know what I'm saying? You get to really, you know, see a laugh, joke, you know what I'm saying? Have a good conversation. You get to really get her to loosen up. I don't like all that wine. Like we talked about I had a show the other day. We were talking about romance and all that shit. And
yep.
It's dead. It's really dead, man. You know. But I will say this too. First dates don't turn completely up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Don't both of you guys have to be picking each other off the floor, but make it fun. And generally, you know what I'm saying? Not the club, but like bar and grill, kind of where it's not full capacity, but it's some people in there. It's a better feel, you know what I'm saying? Get the bitches kind of loose. Okay.
No, we got a couple callers on the line. You want to take them, Jap, or did you want to tell your story?
Oh yeah, tell your story.
Okay.
Hell though. I got one.
I just leave, bro. Like what I'll do is if the chick shows up and I'm like she annoys me or whatever, that's why I always set up a drinking date close to my place. Guys, pro tip, never meet a girl halfway or meet her at her place, you know, or her location. You got to meet her close to you so that she's investing in you. Because like the thing is that a lot of guys make the cardinal mistake investing in the girl first when she hasn't earned it. The only way to really know she's going to be she's going to be cooperative and worth the time is if she invests first. You know what I mean? That's how you got to do it. So yeah, if a chick pisses me off on a date, I just leave. I just get up and leave. What about you, Jap?
The bitch looked amazing on those pictures and shit like that. It worked out to my advantage because it could have been worse.
Got you.
I could have actually been in public with her. I pulled up, you know, I'm talking to her
hey, caller, we see you on the line, 347-214-706. I see you on the line. We're going to get to you right after Jap's story. Sorry, Jap, go ahead. I get off the website or whatever like that. This is when POF. So this is why I'm so anti-POF. When I met off POF, the bitch looked gorgeous on the pictures. Pulled up to a crib, you know what I'm saying? Come pick up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it was kind of dark when she got into the car. You know what I'm saying? It's the same person, but of course she's bigger. Of course she has no fucking shape. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, something. I literally just lied right there. Like, yo, I can't do it right now. Something just came up. I can't do it right now. I'm gonna have to get with you, man. And I just kicked her right out of the car right then and there. Now I could have fucking met up with this bitch, you know what I'm saying, at a spot that everybody knows my name, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking shit to everybody, and the bitch sitting there waiting for me when I come in. They're like, this is who you with? So I'm glad I didn't get spotted. Gargoyle that hopped in my fucking poop. You know what I'm saying? I got her the fuck up out of there. Then when this was so crazy. I'm like, yo, I said, thank God I'm just a dog ass nigga, because when she got up out of the car, you know what I'm saying, you can see like the plumber booty. You know, like when they pants don't fit right, you can still see the crack of their ass. She has stretch marks and shit. I'm like, oh my God. I got the fuck up out of there, man. You bitches be lying, man. And that's why, like I said, yes, POF is the rehab center of the dating sites. Facts, bro.
POF got bitches on there missing limbs. You know what I'm saying?
Minutes. I'll break 347 on right now. 347. You're on live with Jap and Myron Gaines on Church. Man, what's going on, brother?
How's it going? This is Jay from New York. How your brothers doing?
What's up, dude?
How's it going? I got a question because some of these sites, you know what I'm saying? They got like certain features that you got to pay for. Do y'all pay for that to try to have conversation to better your chances, or y'all just go straight with the free features and y'all play it from there?
Jap, you want me to answer this one, or do you want to answer this one?
I never paid for him. I was actually asking Myron because he said, you know, he gave some. I don't know, you might have just came in, but go ahead and break it down for him. I want to pay for him before that.
Definitely get the replay, watch the replay, because I broke down exactly, you know, the paid versus unpaid and a brand new account. Long story short, Cliff Notes, a brand new account is always going to be a paid account every single time. So, but once you've had your account for a bit, you got to make a decision. Okay, am I going to start paying for it? Whatever. If you're going to get Tinder Gold or Tinder Plus is fine. But you're just never going to get the same algorithm boost as you would with a brand new profile. The good thing about Gold is you can swipe in different places, and then you can have unlimited swipes, which we all know volume is very important. So I would say it's two choices. Either you can pay and just run that account and, you know, do your thing if your profile's good, or you can just like reset your account every like month or two and just get the fresh algorithm boost. But understand this, guys, pro tip, do not reset your account too much. If you reset it too much, you're going to get shadow banned by a lot of these dating apps. They know that guys do that. So just be careful.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No worries, brother. Good question. We got, so thank you 347 for calling in. Next is 214. You, let's see here. 214, you're on live with Jap and Myron Gaines, bro. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Yo, man. Y'all, this is a topic that's very much needed in this COVID era that we're currently in, man, because as an older millennial, I've seen the game evolve from the pavement and the concrete to this hybrid style of dating to now it seems like with this whole COVID situation over this past year, they're trying to, you know, push everything to a technocracy. Mm-hmm. That's a whole nother topic. But, you know, just seeing what y'all are talking about is good that y'all are educating the brothers around the country because this shit is how it goes, man. I'm talking to a chick right now that I got off this site called, well, I ain't gonna put it out there because then, you know, the racks are flooded. But it has some quality women on there, but you know, you got your working girls too. But you're so right, man, because these bitches, man, it's crazy. The bitch know that we ain't gonna be, you know, item, but she just want me to come dick her down now. I'm like, nah, bitch, no.
Yeah, like you look. Bro,
yeah, but they
whining and dining and the romance and shit.
Caller. I'm gonna please. Jap's trying to talk to you, bro.
Yeah, like if you watch that other show I had about whining and dining and the romance and shit, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
Things are changing. It's like these bitches move faster than they used to. They used to all that take it slow shit is done. Like literally, these bitches are getting right to it week one. You know what I'm saying? Like
that shit done.
Yeah. So like all that whining and dining, you don't have to do, bro.
No. I would tell any brother across the country, man, just have a decent. You know, it's not really so much game. It's just talking. It's just basically talking, man, and having confidence. Just chop it up with shorty, man. Even on the dating apps, how you like how the brother Gang said, you already have a system in place. So I have a peak. Because I'm in sales, so I have a peak question I ask the chicks. Ba-bam. I get a response. Then I go a little bit deeper into who she is. Ba-bam. Then I say, okay, let's take this conversation offline. How about getting your number and blah, 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 blah. You know, and then that's how you recoup. But if I were to tell you, brothers, that since 2010, since the time I joined the service and I got out, from 2010 to today, 70% of the bitches I done fucked over the last decade came from online dating. Because when you meet these bitches in person now, a lot of times they'll try to give you a MySpace, not a MySpace, but a Facebook or some kind of social media tag instead of giving you their fucking number, bro. That's how much it's in the team. So it's crazy, bro. You got to evolve with the game. That's all it is.
Did you have a question, caller, or you just wanted to make a comment?
Yeah, I do have a question, man.
Yeah, please.
Seeing as we're in this era right now, what do y'all think that the game is going to evolve to, or do we just have to stand firm with these new principles of how we treating these ladies and just let the chips fall where they may?
Jap, I know you could talk about this one, baby.
I mean, listen, man, you got to adjust with the game. You got to be willing to hit the pavement as well. But this is an excellent tool to your arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, we were forced to make this adjustment because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? And once this COVID shit happens, there's going to be a lot of bitches that are not going to be as prominent on the website because they're going to be actually out. But you still want to be able to adopt with the times because, like I say, in my opinion, it feels a little bit more natural on regular social media than a dating site, in my opinion, of just striking up conversations with bitches. Because, you know, if you have a post and it starts dialogue, for instance, like Facebook and Instagram, you know, it's easier to get a commonality or something, you know, to talk about. But then you still, because they don't have their profile listed with everything about them because it wasn't built for that. So then you got to ask all these questions and shit like that. But if for the guys that don't want to deal with single moms and shit, dating sites are perfect because you could just check off no kids, boom. Now you got a gang of bitches that you only can deal with no kids. You know what I'm saying? So the filter system is a lot better than actually walking around in the streets because you can meet a bitch, her body is intact, she looking good, but the bitch got 3 kids by 2 dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's why we got to stay firm, bro.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? Still stay rooted in the game, you know what I'm saying? And still know who's going to be recreational use and who's not.
Right.
But again, this is just a tool for the arsenal. This is not online dating is not the end all be all. You still going to be having to get out here and cold approach. You still don't want to be in the supermarket, see a bad bitch and freeze up. Like, no.
Right.
You don't want to be like that. So again, don't let these bitches shame you because and scare you out of hollering at them in their inbox because you see, oh, they putting all these motherfuckers on blast and all I get is dick pics. Oh my God. That's your perfect opportunity to be the contrast to all these goof motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And put something on their brain.
I already say, brothers, y'all stay strong, man. And to all the other brothers out there, stay firm in the new motherfucking motto.
Thank
the
you.
only way to regain control of our shit. 100.
Thank you, 214. Peace. Okay, we got 706 on the line. 706. Hold on. Yep, 706. You're live with Myron Gaines and Minister Jap on Jap. This is called the church, right?
Yeah, man. This is a church, man. I didn't name it so many damn things, but it's the church. They know what it is. These motherfuckers know.
Yo, what's good, Jap and Myron? This quarantine with a God in the building. You feel me? Hey, but I wanted to hit on this dating app topic because the thing is, the dating app to me, it's all about targeting. You know, I love using dating apps when I'm traveling because you can make a new account and then, you know, if you pay for it, it's just $7 for the trip. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to throw money out there for no reason unless you got a purpose. So I like the topic of snaps, but I also, you know, want to stress that you also have to be pressing up on chicks in real life. Because dating apps are only going to get you so far.
Yeah, no, facts. I tell guys all the time that you still got to get out there and cold approach because the thing is this, bro. Like, if you're not congruent, like let's say, like I said earlier, your profile's on point, but she meets you in person and you're a dud, bro, that's going to be a big dub because girls don't really like feeling bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? Like, chicks like hypergamy is like literally like if you trick a chick's hypergamy, there's going to be consequences to that. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, I gave you the example where you tell a chick, oh, I'm a lawyer. And then she finds out you're like a Starbucks like barista, or you work at McDonald's and you guys had sex and you guys had sex under the pretense that she thought you were successful. Bro, she might come back and me too you for that. You know what I'm saying? Cause like chicks don't like to feel like they got hoodwinked out of sex. So, you know, you just got to always be congruent to who you purport yourself to be. And obviously getting out there and cold approaching, talking to chicks at the club, like this is going to make you more razor sharp. So when you go on a date, like it's automatic. You already know how to talk to women. You already know how to convey yourself in an attractive manner that isn't try hard. Like you're going to learn a lot of behaviors and habits that are going to make you attractive naturally that you'll be able to display on the date. So when she meets you, it's just like smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? Like if anything, you want her expectations to be like blown away. I always say undersell, over deliver, and that's how you kind of. That's why cold approach is so critical to like being good women. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just do online dating,
like doing all the shit with the online dating really helps. The preliminaries are already done. Like you don't, when you go on a date with a lot of these chicks, and what the worst part about the date is the interview process. You know, asking all those stupid ass questions and finding out, you know, about her ex and all that extra shit, or finding out, you know, what she likes to do and all. You found all of that out from the app, probably from about 1 or 2 conversations. So by the time you guys get together, you guys are getting straight to it. You know what I'm saying? You're not sitting around here talking about, yeah, so what do you like to do in your free time? You're not having those conversations no more. You've already had them through. You got that information from the app. You've had those conversations on the phone already. So when you guys meet up, it's nothing but let's have a good time and let's get to know each other even more. It's not that whole bullshit interview process like at the beginning of most dates. Even when you go approach a bitch in the club, you still got to ask a lot of those preliminary questions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and then eventually get to the fun part. What I'm saying is the online dating thing, you've done it already. Now when you guys meet up, it's let's just have a blast. You know what I'm saying? The bitch already knows the type of guy you are. You know what type of motherfucker she is. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get to it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you don't talk your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you seal the deal by the end of the day.
Yeah, the dating apps open up a lot of lead flow. So it's like you're going to get a lot more hits, but, you know, it just determines on you of closing with these chicks. Because at the end of the day, you know, I love the club because right after the party ends, right after they shut down all the bars, you can really get at a chick, you know what I'm saying, in the streets and get a conversation out of her because she already liquored up. You ain't even had to pay for a liquor. It was probably some other Sims who was paying for the liquor to get her drunk. And now she already open for you to come in, the guy that she, you know, if you present yourself the right way, the guy that she really wanted, you know, to come in and super up at the end of the night. So,
see what you're doing right now, subconsciously, you just cracked the code. A lot of guys think that when you go to the club, just because it's a gang of bitches in there and it's packed, is that you're going to have good luck. No, the game is about conversation. So the reason, what you found is the sweet spot. When the club closes, you have a better chance of having a conversation with a woman. You cannot have a conversation in the club at the height of when shit, who's fucking tonight? Who's fucking? All this shit going. It's very hard to distinguish yourself between all the other thirsty guys with their dicks out trying to get with this bitch in that environment. That's why low-key spots, not filled to capacity, bars or grills, places like that, conversation rules the nation. That's where you're going to have your biggest success. When you're actually able to talk and be heard. And it goes back to your mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of these guys, you're looking at the situation like, okay, it's packed, club live, and it's bad bitches. And these guys are in the VIP with all these diamonds on, all these bottles, and bitches are coming. Yeah, that's just that type of bitch, and she's going for that type of guy for that type of reason, and it's a transactional situation. Those guys don't really have game. Because they're not really talking their way into a situation and making a situation out of nothing. They're just there and the gold diggers are flocking. You coming in there as a tack dog, you looking to come in and you're trying to motherfucking close a deal and come up on a bad bitch. You're not going to come up on a bad bitch unless you get to actually let the bitch hear what the fuck is coming out of your mouth. And the best time, like you said, is when the club is closing. You know what I'm saying? Even in the line, when the club is, when you guys are waiting in line, stop being silent. Get to talk. First of all, if it's packed, motherfuckers might be standing out there for 45 minutes. Me and my cousin used to stay getting bitches before we walked in there because we would be talking to bitches in line, and then we got with okay, we're gonna be fucking with these bitches. We walk in with these bitches, and then we already drink. We already kind of set the tone because we got a chance to talk to some motherfuckers and have a conversation. And even if it's packed, those two bitches already had conversations with us, so we're gonna fucking be leaving and going to go get breakfast with those bitches if all else fails and we can't get any other bitches in the club.
There you go.
Exactly. Like I've been in the club with like dudes like Sway Lee, Mike Will Made It, all these celebrity dudes in Atlanta, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? The way to differentiate yourself is because these dudes, they ain't gonna talk to the bitch. The bitches don't come to them regardless. You feel me? The way to differentiate yourself is by having that conversation where it is actually an environment where you can actually get something off rather than speaking over some loud ass music, niggas trying to holler at shorty all night. Like, you got to get her in a separated section. So I that's why I fuck with the clubs. But the online dating is gonna get you a lot of lead flow, but it's just about closing and the way your text message game is to get that meetup. But man, I love what y'all boys doing. You know, keep grinding, Myron, Jap, and you already know what it is. I'm out here. I ain't gonna take up more of your time.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you for calling in. We got guys, if you guys want to call in, it's 515-605-9740. Again, that number is 515-605-9740. Me and Jap going to answer questions for you guys. The topic is online dating. 919, I'm bringing you on right now. 919.
It could go for a gray. It could go for a gray.
Hey, 919. Hey, you're on the air.
This is darker than this.
Okay, I'm going to hang up on her. Whoever that was, they were like clearly having a conversation. Yeah, guys. So again, phone lines are up. It's 515-605-9740.
I want to ask you this, man.
Go ahead.
What type of women are going on online sites? I know we said the ones attention whores and shit like that, but what other type of women do you see going on?
Like, it's all kinds, man, especially now with COVID. Like, more girls are jumping online than ever before because, it's harder for them to meet people. You know, the nightclub scene is gone. So girls that otherwise would never be caught dead online are actually on there. So you'll get a huge demographic. But yeah, of course, there's going to be, you're going to have your bottom feeders, you know what I mean, of girls that you don't want to ever be seen out with. You know, you
about professionals. There are a lot of professionals.
Facts.
When I say professionals, guys, I'm talking about doctors, lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Bitches that make $200K a year, you know what I'm saying, but don't
have the time.
This is the crazy thing. You need to have some game and know how to deal with these type of bitches because in their mind, they're in a high level of life. So they kind of have that feminist, I make more money than men, I don't need you shit, but they still want to be with a man. They still and their social skills are so bitchy, you know what I'm saying, that they can't really meet guys in real life because they're a turn off, you know what I'm saying, or they don't get hollered at. There's some fine professional bitches that are on these websites. You have got to break them down. You know what I'm saying? You got to challenge them. You know what I'm saying? And they love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I've met a bitch who owned a daycare. Mm-hmm. And she was making a gang of fucking money. And the bitch, what intrigued her was the fact that I challenged her. Like, she was talking all that shit, and I challenged her. Like, man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't no better than the rest of these ratchet bitches. You got to weave on too. You know what I'm saying? Like, knock it off. Just because you got a Porsche, bitch, you got to weave. So what? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to check them, and you got to still have your shit in order. But they try to rule with their money, you know what I'm saying? But again, they're online dating because they're such a bitch socially, you know what I'm saying? But they still want to get nailed, you know what I'm saying? And they've been striking out and having bogus relationships. I mean, it's a lot of these women, and they don't really have time to go to clubs. They don't have time to go places to where they can actually be social. So they're actually on these sites because there's guys on too. There's professional guys too on dating websites because they don't have time. But a lot of professionals don't have time. So if you come across a professional, you need to know how to deal with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very beneficial situation. You may not have to spend $1. You know what I'm saying? You just might just provide entertainment and dick.
Facts. We got 909 and 919 on the line. I will go 909. You're up. Let's see here. 909.
What's up, fellas?
You're live with Myron Gaines and Jap on the church, man. Welcome.
What's good?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up, brother? What's your question?
Can you hear me, Jap?
Yes, sir.
We got you.
What up, y'all? Afternoon to y'all, gents. Hey, yeah, I just want to tell you, man, this shit got on in Pittsburgh again one time, though. I need y'all to stress the message to tell these dick kids to stop caping for the pussy, man. Please. It's an epidemic.
But yo, man, that's what we do, man.
Yeah. Well, guys, don't cape for girls that don't deserve it, man. Like, a lot of these guys try to rescue chicks that really aren't worth it. And I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, man. Most of these chicks, bro,
she belongs to the streets.
And you guys got to stop like trying to, because here's the thing that I've learned about chicks that are like, you know, because I you know what? Story time. Let's go down memory lane real quick.
I got all the sounds.
So back a couple months back, I dealt with this chick, right? And we met, and this girl has OnlyFans, right? So we were dealing with each other, whatever it may be, you know, hooking up, whatever. And she had trouble with getting fans on or getting subscribers on OnlyFans. So I actually helped this chick like get a bunch more guys on her joint, you know what I mean, to pay her money, because she had trouble with acquiring people. And I was basically like telling her, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you use your IG to get people to funnel. This is how you're going to use your online dating, whatever. And she actually was able to get more subscribers and make more money. And but then she did something that pissed me off, right? I told her to do something, she ain't do it. And we all know, you know, comply or goodbye, right? So basically I kicked her out of my place and we haven't talked since. But the point of the matter is this. Chicks that are for the streets, man, like, you know, strippers, OnlyFans chicks, like
bartenders,
you know what I'm saying? Like these types of women, 9 out of 10 times, bro, when you treat them well, they're going to punish you for that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not used to getting good treatment from men. You know,
hold on, not to cut you off, but let me say something though. So you hit the nail on the head, right? But by time these guys find out, because they put up such a good daggone facade, once the men find out, it's too late. You didn't caked out already on 2 and 3 bras, thinking you saving them. Meanwhile, they just saving. They playing you, bro. Like you might cape out one time and that be your life.
This is the thing, dude.
Right now, no, we got
out of the business of fixing bitches.
Like 50%.
And here's the other thing too, just to finish that story off. And this was a chick that I only dealt with her. We hung out like twice, so like I didn't even care. Like I didn't care. I was like, yo, you pissed me off, and I cut her immediately, right? But like, check this out. Another guy, right? A guy that I had actually spoke with that got a consultation with me. He started dealing with this chick, and he simped out for her, everything like that, bro. Down like $1,500. He bought her a wedding ring and shit. And I was like screaming at him, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this chick is for the streets. Like, I hooked up with her. I'm telling you, she's not worth anything. Because he like came down here from Tennessee or something. He ran into her and he asked me, do you know this chick? I was like, bro, watch out. Like, she's fucking. Like, don't simp. And what did he do? He started caping, spent $1,000 on her, got a wedding ring, all this shit. She kicked him out of his place. Like, bro, hilarious. Like, you cannot make this shit up. As I was listening, I was just like,
oh my God. So and it just goes to show you some of these, again, a lot of you guys watch these shows, you fuck with all this weird pill content, and you're entertained by it, and you profess that this is the way I'm gonna live until you're actually met with that bitch of your dreams, and you don't know, and you throw all this red pill shit out the window, and you can't live by this shit. No, you have to, just liking this shit and hearing the knowledge and not applying it is not going to get you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We are trying to equip you to when you come across that bitch to figure out if she ain't shit or not. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you got a motherfucker, you do consultations. He's telling you she's not shit, and you're still doing the same goddamn thing.
Let me say one more thing before I forget. I'm gonna just hang up, give it the line. Look,
okay.
Y'all see the guys, they're blinded to hypergamy. They think that hyperconsumerism is the natural way a female's supposed to be. See, they're blinded to that hypergamy, and then that's what they try and chase that bag all day and all night. They end up meeting they fate mad early, and they don't know why. All these mothers on the news talking about my son got killed. He was taping, man, late night. He was just caping, trying to get the bag, trying to hit a lick, and he got blasted. It goes down like that. Then they get on the news and they start crying, oh, my son was such a good one, or my daughter was a straight A student. Come on, man. Hey, Jap, like I said, I'm going to send you that 3 from my book, MGTOW Quotes 101. I'm inking a deal. I got everything. It's going to be a banger. I'm going to send y'all some money that way. Peace.
Let's get it, bro.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in. But yeah, guys, more of the story is like, and that's a true story I just told you guys. Chick that I dealt with romantically, she literally, she pissed me off. I kicked her to the curb. A guy I did a consultation with comes down to Florida, meets her, asks me about her. I warn him, don't do it. She's for the streets. He ends up simping, spends $1,000 on her to fucking stay with her and get her. He got her an engagement ring after hanging out with her for a month, bro. This is the dangers of simping. And then guess what he did? He messaged me on Facebook Messenger later. Hey, man, I messed up. You were right. She's for the streets. And I'm like, nah, bro, you getting blocked now because I fucking told you not to do that shit. So
this just goes to show you some of these guys are only red pill when they mad at they bitch.
Facts, bro. You guys got to
they only red pill or you only MGTOW when you don't got a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as a bitch come along, you turn to fucking Cupcake Jenkins.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? So, like, listen, I wholeheartedly live by this shit. I piss a bitch off every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that's what comes with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not losing no sleep. I'm not worried about, and I'm not losing no investment because a lot of you guys invested in these fucking hood rats. Building a bitch up is the worst thing you could ever do. All you're going to do is build this bitch up, help this bitch out so she'll be a better bitch for another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So get out of the business of fixing these bitches. Don't fix this bitch credit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get this bitch titties done. Don't get her ass done. None of that shit. Because if she breaks bad and she leaves, I'm going to get that bitch that you fixed her credit and got her ass. I'm going to enjoy this bitch's new ass and good credit. Not you. You know what I'm saying? So,
most girls that get breast implants, dude, it's never the girl that paid for it, man. Just keep that in mind, guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't be an idiot. All right.
Enjoy those new fake titties you bought, motherfucker.
We got 919 on the line. 919, you're on live with Myron Gaines and Minister Jap on Church. Brother, what's up?
How y'all guys doing, man?
Chilling, bro. Hope you're enjoying the show. What's your question, please?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate everything you guys doing, man. Definitely support you guys, man. Hey, just had a quick question, man, mostly about the online dating.
Let's do it.
What I'm finding is, as far as when I'm doing the whole swipe right, swipe left thing, it seems like the match sequence is not matching up with my day-to-day meeting females. Like you know, the chicks that I meet or the chicks that I've had long relationships with, they look way better than the chicks that, you know, that I'm getting the replies from. So I don't know if it's an algorithm thing or if it's just something that, you know, I need to.
Caller, let me just clarify real quick. So you're telling me you're getting matches with girls, but you're only getting messages back from girls that are less attractive?
You're right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's fine, bro, because you got to understand that, like, a lot of chicks, man, you guys think I'm kidding around. Most girls that are online dating are there to just siphon off attention and get free validation. You know what I'm saying? Most girls aren't really serious about using it to meet guys. They just use it to, like, kind of buffer up their ego, feel better about themselves, feel cute, feel that men still want them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these girls will have a boyfriend or like a significant other, but they'll secretly have a dating app because they like it for fun. Like, a lot of girls swipe just for fun, you know, like, because they're bored and shit. Because let's keep it 100. Like, the hottest chicks, man, a lot of them, you want to have fun with a hot chick when you meet her on a date, ask her, what do you do for hobbies? And she's going to tell you some dumb shit like, oh, I like to go to the beach, or I like to go shopping, and you could laugh at her. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the reality is a lot of these girls don't have hobbies. It's just the way it is. So, what these chicks will do is they'll Tinder.
And I like to travel.
Yeah, they'll say some shit like that. So they'll get on these apps and they'll just use it to get free attention, bro. So the girls that aren't messaging you back and they match with you, that's 9 out of 10 times it's an attention whore, man. So don't take it personal. That's why you got to work a lot of volume, man.
And most black bitches are single moms.
Yeah, they'll just swipe right on you just because. Sorry, Jap, you said something. Jap said something.
Most black bitches on these sites are single moms. I'm gonna tell you that, man. Like, if they're 30 and up, they got kids. So just know that. Bitch can say, oh, I got a master's, my MBA, this, and this. Like, damn, she look good. She's got 2 kids. Recreational.
Yeah, 10-4.
So that's why that's happening, caller. So just make sure you just keep swiping and keep your leads up. And then, like I said, just understand that most girls are on there to not really find a guy, but just to get validation. Do you have another question?
No, that's it, man. I'm in and out, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all keep it up.
No worries, brother. Keep swiping, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for calling in. 310, you are on live with Jap
and
the church.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, dude? What's your question?
Hey, man, I'll be real brief, man.
Go ahead.
I really respect you guys, and I listen to you guys religiously. I just wanted to ask one simple question. is it possible to be successful in relationships, dating, whatever you want to call it, in this 2020 without social media and without the online dating crap? Because I feel like what Jap is saying, it's just like, or like what you're saying, basically you, a lot of these women are wasting their time. They are time wasters, attention whores, all that. I agree concurrently with all of that stuff. My whole thing is there a way to be a high value man without a woman looking at you like, where's your Facebook at? Where's your Instagram? Where's your bullshit at?
This
And
is
I'm
an
stuck in my
excellent
ways,
question.
guys. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm real stuck in my ways.
So
but
here's
go
the
ahead,
thing.
please respond. Yeah.
Yeah, so as you guys know, I'm 30 years old. I'm here in Miami, one of the most competitive marketplaces. Now, can you get action without being on social media? Absolutely. You don't need to have a pop in Instagram or Snap or any of this shit to get girls.
God.
You don't have to.
Thank you, God.
But, caller, I want to make this painfully clear to you. The sexual marketplace has changed drastically. So I'll tell you this.
Right.
If you're dealing with younger girls, 25 down, like young, attractive women, I'll tell you this off rip, bro. If you don't have an Instagram or like some kind of online presence, she's immediately going to think you're weird or lower value. Okay. Because
exactly.
That's the reality.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you got to understand that when you don't have a social media presence, you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're going to lose access to girls that you otherwise might have been able to get by not having social media. Because the thing is, especially when you're meeting chicks online, a lot of the ways that a girl wants to verify that you're real or whatever, she's going to ask you for Instagram. Right. And if you don't have one, that's going to cause a lot of red flags. That's going to cause a lot of red flags in her head. And I always say this, man, if the flags in her head are red, you ain't getting head, bro. And girls just like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, here's the other thing too, you got to know, like young girls base their value on their Instagram, how many followers they get, how many likes they get, whatever. So we all know women are innately solipsistic, right? So if you tell her, I don't got an Instagram, she's not going to really be able to comprehend that. She's going to think something's wrong with you for not having one. So
exactly, you're born in a world with this crap. They're born in this world,
bro.
With this so and I'm from old school. I'm 40, so I'm sorry. You know how it is, and you're so lame now, and you're so desperate for asking a woman for a phone number now. They look at that as extremely like, well, hold on. I'm like, from the 80s. You're from the fucking 80s and shit.
Two ways to look at it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, Minister Jap, much love to you, big dog. You saved my life about a year and a half ago.
Real quick, man. Slow down real quick, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
yo, caller, listen.
And I came across one of your videos, man, and you saved my life. So yeah, man.
All right, caller. Jack's going to answer your question right now, because he wants to add to that.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Now, being a 40-year-old man, getting that younger bitches, yes, you need a social media. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to talk a young bitch language.
Mm-hmm.
But it is an advantage for an older woman to not have a social media. You know what I'm saying? Because older women like the mystique of that. You know what I'm saying? In the climate that we have right now is a bunch of old guys out here trying to be younger and having social medias and shit like that. You kind of stand out. Yeah. Even if you do meet an older woman, I don't recommend you even telling them that you have a social media. You know what I'm saying? Like when I meet older bitches, they don't know I have social media. I don't even tell them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of older bitches they don't want to get involved with that, even if, you know what I'm saying, they're on it or whatever like that. They don't want, and this is the thing too, with the older bitches, if you have a social media, they're going to start investigating your ass. You know what I'm saying? So you
exactly.
So when they start doing their detective work, you know what I'm saying? Like you might get shot in the foot before it starts, because I've noticed that too. Like I met a bitch that's like, we like 34, 35. You know what I'm saying? She found my social media, got to talking with her friends. That's Minister Jap. Oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? And I lost out on the deal.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Could fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying? To a degree too.
Man, no.
You know what
I said, Mr. Jap, I see that more oftentimes than not.
First of all, older bitches are petty, so they're gonna go through all your shit. They're gonna look through your friends, they're gonna find out who your mutual friends are. Then they're gonna find out, you know, what I'm saying, got a picture with an ex and they know the bitch, or one of their friends know. They're gonna have a whole story on you. You know what I'm saying? So
I know. Bitches, right.
If you have a social media, older bitches, don't even tell them. Don't even have the conversation about that shit. Okay. Young bitch, yes, you do got to get on social media.
Yo, so I'll say this real quick before I let you go, caller. Last thing before, because this is very important that I need the guys to understand, especially dealing with like younger, more attractive women. So if you do, number one, if you want to deal with the hottest chicks that are younger, you need a social media to like help you out. I'm just gonna say it, like it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt you. However, with that said, you need to optimize your social media. So like Jab just brought up a good point, because I've lost chicks that like have looked at my Instagram and they've seen like me talking about male improvement, like don't let a chick lead you, whatever. Yeah. If girls see that type of shit, they're gonna get mad. So you need to make an Instagram that is what I call it, like a thirst trap for chicks that shows a good lifestyle, whatever it may be, and keep good pictures on there, good stories. But if you don't have your Instagram optimized, you're gonna take L's. So you need to have a social media, but
you're better off not having one. Then is what you're saying. If you're not going to optimize, you're better off not even having one.
Yeah, you're better off not having it. So
like, you're not gonna.
Yeah, like I say this, man, just make one, optimize it, get good pictures on there, and have it so that you have that you have that verification that you're a real person and you have like a social media presence. Because I'll tell you, man, you're gonna lose chicks by not having social media. You just will. So
I know. I feel the difference too. I totally fear. I have no fear. Myron at all. I have absolutely no fear with the approach or nothing of that. I'm very confident and all that other stuff, but I do know that in the back of my mind is you need to quit acting like an old nigga and have a social media, because it's like you say, the numbers game. I'm getting blown out here by 30 points. You know,
yeah, you're gonna, media. Yeah, dude. Like,
I had to ask you guys that, because what really took me by surprise was when I think Fresh Prince, when you guys had that podcast group, you know, the group you were talking. He blew my mind when he said, "Yeah, man, you do the walk the dog."
Let me tell you something about Fresh Prince.
Like a home magazine, like a lifestyle magazine.
Caller, please listen. Caller, please listen. Let me tell you something about Fresh Prince. He's my man. He sources all his girls from Instagram. You understand? That's how much the marketplace has changed. He sources all his girls from Instagram. He doesn't cold approach. He doesn't do none of that shit. He basically uses he uses Instagram, and if he does match with a chick on like a dating app or whatever, he funnels her through his Instagram. So and we're gonna come out with an Instagram course actually this year, so don't worry, stay tuned for that. But the point is, man, you need it if you want to deal with the baddest chicks that are in their 20s. All right, but Carl, I'm gonna let you go because we got another guy on the line. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you guys. Much love. Thank you, sir.
All right, brother. Peace. All right, we got 919 on the line. Go ahead, 919. Yo, 919. You're on the line with Myron and Jap.
Oh,
what up, bro?
To the phone.
Drive the road behind you on I-55.
You hear me?
Bro, yeah, bro. You got to call back.
You ever call back, we hanging up on you. Out of here. It's the second time you call back, sound like you frying mashed motherfucking chicken wings. You got some mashed potatoes you trying to whip up in the background, some old fuck ass shit.
Guys, the call-in number is 515-605-9740. Jap, what you want to keep going, or?
Man, shit, we ain't got no more callers, man. You know, we can wrap it up, man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, man. So I hope you guys took some value out of that, man. Obviously, we gave you guys a lot of fucking free game on running game online. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. I guess so.
All I say, man, is just embrace it, embrace change. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to be able to move with the climate of the scene. The dating scene is changing. You got to be able to adapt. You know what I'm saying? But you always need to be rooted in game and conversation and knowing how to talk to a woman, because when it's all said and done, I don't give a fuck if we got to send smoke signals to get a bitch. The bitch is going to eventually be in your face. What the fuck are you going to do and say when she's there? That's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to use whatever app you're going to use to get the bitch in your face, great. But when that bitch is in your face, have something to fucking say. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be able to motherfucking post and thirst trap anymore after that bitch pulls up.
Yeah, facts, man. And I see a lot of positive comments in here. People really enjoyed the show, man. Don't worry, guys. Me and Jap will be doing more collabs like this, so don't worry. I'll be here in church and with Jap, and we'll be having fun and giving you guys free game as much as we can.
All right, make sure you shout out. What can they find you? Your social media, everything.
Yeah. So, guys, all my social media, Unplug Fit. If you search me, I got a YouTube channel where I talk about game and fitness. Obviously, I'm a fitness coach first, and I also help guys be more attractive. And then on Twitter, Unplug Fit, LinkedIn, whatever. Everything is basically Unplug Fit. And then my Patreon, where we have the uncensored stuff, where we really give you guys like the backstory of how me and Prince do things. It's patreon.com/freshfit. Again, patreon.com/freshfit. You're going to get access to a bunch of exclusive content. And then tomorrow,
hold on, fellas, I seen it with my own eyes. The motherfucker Prince inboxed me on, hey, next time y'all together, man, y'all hit me up, man. I gotta get him on the show too.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers they had the bitches in the grotto pit in Miami hoes, you know what I'm saying, the swimsuits. These motherfuckers, I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers really doing this shit. But
man, we're out here and
put their feet to the pavement, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely respect any motherfucker that's really out here talking to bitches in a real fucking way.
Yeah, man. In Miami, bro, like the thing is that I think a lot of people like me and Prince because like you could tell we're actually out here and like the chicks here, bro, are the hardest. Like if you could pull Miami chicks, you go to any other major city, it's easy mode. So we're gonna give you guys a lot of free game on our joint and yeah, man. So patreon.com/freshfit so you can get the background. And then we do a weekly podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays called the Fresh and Fit Podcast. Tomorrow we're going to talk about 10 signs that a girl is 10 types of women you want to avoid. We're going to do that tomorrow, 6 p.m. on my channel, Unplugged Fitness. And yo, Jap, thank you so much for having me, bro. These collabs are awesome.
Hey, man, it's nothing, man. Hey, this Sunday, you guys, is going to be the 7th. We're going to be on Donovan Sharp Show again. You know how we do. Man, we got an excellent network, man. Guys just really giving out that real shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kevin Samuels, Lucario, Solo, Steve the Dean. Man, I got everybody.
Everybody.
Oh, that's a Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, you said Kev, yeah. Shout out to Kevin Samuels and Lucario. I do a show with Lucario too, guys. It's called the In the Game Podcast. We do it every Monday. We might do it Mondays or Wednesdays. So where we're giving you like contemporary dating advice you guys could use in today's day and age. Obviously, we're in Miami. He's in New York City. And yeah, bro, we talk about everything. So yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, Jap. It's always
condoms. Condoms. These bitches on the internet ain't shit. Okay, especially if you fucking them hoes off POF. POF got the worst. POF is like meeting a bitch at Planned Parenthood. You know it's all bad, okay? So use a condom, you funky dick motherfuckers. But we out, man.
Yo, man. Yeah, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This was awesome.
Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers. And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church, check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church, check in, man. Church, check in.